Hello, my name is Jeanette, and I'm grateful that you're here to hear my story tonight. It all started back in 2001. I got my hair cut, and a girl that cut my hair had some Juice Plus sitting on her counter. And at that time, my children were 14, 11, and 7, and Juice Plus just made perfect sense. So we got started right away. We knew we didn't eat enough raw fruits and vegetables, and I knew that that was an important part of our health journey. And at the time, our youngest son suffered with asthma, allergies, eczema, and even vitiligo. So they're all autoimmune related. And this all began when he was 3 years old. After a bad sunburn, he was left with a giant white patch around one of his eyes. So vitiligo is where your pigment is missing in patches of your skin. So between the ages of 3 and 7, he then also developed the eczema, the asthma, and the allergies. And he would scratch himself raw at night. He would never be able to sleep through the night. He had a hard time playing outside. His eyes would be swollen shut. He also suffered with ADHD in school. We were constantly having conversations with the teachers. And he was absolutely miserable, and I was absolutely miserable, and it was really, really hard on our family. And I just kept wondering, when is something going to change? How are we going to change this? And he was on 7 prescriptions. We were going to the pediatrician 4 and maybe 5 times a month. He was missing lots of school, and especially during spring and fall, he was absolutely miserable. So when I heard about Juice Plus, I had no expectations. I just knew we didn't eat enough raw, fresh fruits and vegetables. And what happened was truly amazing. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. And this picture on the far left is Chet when he was actually 9 years old. So by the age of 9 years old, he could actually play outside and play sports. Yahoo! So here he is in his baseball picture, and you can look closely, and even though the pigment had already started coming back around his eye because he had been on Juice Plus for 2 years in this picture, you can still see the large white patch around his eye. So a large portion of his eyebrow and all of his eyelashes were white. And of course, he had this large spot missing pigment. And in the summer, he would get very tan, and it was very, very obvious. But what was worse was the asthma, allergies, and the eczema. So after starting on Juice Plus, I noticed right away that he would not scratch himself raw during the night with the eczema. I also noticed that he was sleeping through the night, that he was waking up and his eyes weren't swollen shut, and he wasn't missing school. And his teacher even said to me, "What are you doing different?" He is behaving like a different child. He is calmer, he's happier. And I just was like, I didn't want to jinx it, but I said, I think these fruit and vegetable capsules are doing something. So he was 7 years old, he could swallow. And so the more Juice Plus I gave him, the better he got. And so I'm just thrilled to say that it's been 18 years now. And the vitiligo is about 90 to 95% repigmented. He has not had a prescription in 18 years since he was 7 years old. So within I'm going to say 3 or 4 months after starting Juice Plus, he was able to get off all of his prescription medication. And like I said, I didn't know I'd be telling this story 18 years later, but here we are. He's 25. He went from being the sickest boy in his first grade class to the strongest kid in his senior class. And this upper picture you can see, this is one of my grandchildren. So he's here, and you can look closely and see that really he just has a white patch in his eyebrow and some white eyelashes. And like I said, these lower pictures, he's gone on to be very successful in the financial world. He also plays lead guitar and works out regularly. So he has gone on to have just this full, incredible, healthy life. And I really don't know where we'd be without Juice Plus. So it changed everything back in 2001, and I'm just so grateful. So thank you for listening. Take care and have a great day.